What is going on, everybody? How you doing today? I hope you're well. So I was just getting off of a live stream that I did today. If you don't know, I just reacted to the Rise of Bang 10 Chapter 9 on YouTube, and then I moved the party over to Twitch to do a live album reaction to the Most Beautiful Moments in Life Part 2. And man, we were having a good time. We were having a lot of fun over there, and we were just diving deep into this album. It was a roller coaster of emotions, but unfortunately, there seems to be a storm in my neck of the woods here, and it's kind of messing with my internet, so it was kind of lagging, so I had to cut the stream a bit early. Now, this is unfortunate because we were on the last song of the night, which is House of Cards. A lot of people in chat told me this was their favorite song. This is something people were really looking forward to. So instead of recording a live or streaming a laggy video, I didn't want to do that because I know a lot of you guys want to see this reaction. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to record this and share it with everybody. If you do want to see the full reaction to this entire album, right now it is available on Twitch and it'll be available on Patreon very shortly as well. So be sure to check those guys out. I'll make sure to link the those videos in the description so you can just find them pretty easily. Anyway, sorry about all of the trouble and all that stuff if you were watching live. It's embarrassing. These things just kind of happen, but I just wanted to make sure we had a good recording of the best possible quality reaction I could do for you guys. So we're here. We're at the end. This is the end of the album. It's been absolutely wild, guys. I've enjoyed every step of the way. There's not one bad song on this album. I mean, I could kind of take or leave the skit. I mean, that's I guess I could say. But other than that, the production on this album is fantastic. There is a clear evolution from, the members of BTS as to what I've seen from the earlier albums up till now. Like their vocal techniques, their structure, everything is advancing pretty quickly as well. So this is the culmination of the entire album, and I'm told that it's kind of similar to kind of how Autumn Leaves was. In fact, I believe I still have a list up here. Yeah, so obviously the Dream Team was nice enough to put this whole thing together for me, and the last thing we have here is a little excerpt from the team here. It says, outro House of Cards. Like in Butterfly and Dead Leaves, Autumn Leaves, they are singing about their fear at the end of a relationship. Any sort, that is. Time goes by and the relationship, aka the House of Cards, is getting destroyed little by little, almost crashing. I can't help but get flashbacks from the BU watching, I forget who it was. They were building a house of actual cards and somebody smashed it down. I'm wondering if this somehow ties in together. But it was unfortunate the stream had to stop, but we're going to finish it off right over here. And then once this is done, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to react to the live performance of House of Cards as well, just to give a little bit of extra because I feel really bad about having to stop the stream early. So what do you say we check it out? What do you say we check it out? So here we go. No, that's a live performance. House of Cards. Let's go. Almost like a waltz. Ooh. I hear water in the background. This is so jazzy.
No way.
Hmm. Jimin has been killing it in this album. Just having JK with those trail off little accent melodies, just the harmony kind of like trailing off does its little thing. I've heard it a million times, but it's just so clean. Like I said before, like, there is an evolution here happening vocally, and you can clear as day hear it. It's absolutely beautiful. This is kind of like almost like a slow waltz. It's a very slow moving, sadder song for sure. But I mean, it's so hard not to get lost in these little melodies. And these the star of the show here for me, honestly, is those little accent melodies, those little trail offs that we heard just from JK right there. Strong vocal performance. This is really strong. Oh, the pan. Yeah, there's some interesting stuff happening in the backgrounds too. It sounds like almost like a metronome or something, or dripping water or something. I wonder if that house somehow ties in together. A very slow moving, almost waltz type of a song. I mean, definitely more of a ballad than anything, but it has kind of like that waltz type feel to it. They're not afraid to use elements of jazz and cinematics and such. That really nice, warm, upright bass kind of, grounds the whole thing, keeps it together. But honestly, I mean, the vocals on this, in this entire album is fantastic. There is a clear evolution happening right before my very own eyes and very ears. This is wild, man. I'm going to talk a little bit about Most Beautiful Moment in Life Part 2, and my initial thoughts, and I guess my ending thoughts on experiencing the album from start to finish now. And then I'm going to move on, and I'm going to watch House of Cards live, because I want to end on kind of a high note. I always try to do that. I said before I started this album, that my favorite album before this one was The Most Beautiful Moments in Life Part 1. But I think I can safely say at this point, Part 2 is just as good, if not better. There is some solid jams on this album. There's some solid structure. There's some beautiful vocals. There's some actual themes of like real intelligent, deep thinking lyrics. Man, this one got me kind of spinning, guys. Anybody that says BTS is just bubblegum, it's just pop, it's just whatever, it's frivolous throwaway music that means nothing, hasn't really taken the time to really dive into their work, like I have. And honestly, like I thought the same thing. A couple months ago, I was that guy. I was like, oh, BTS, I'm not going to check them out. It's dumb pop music that's probably talking about nothing and nothing for me. But that's not the case at all. Like they're talking about real intense subject matter here on this album alone, not even to mention their previous works. Some of my favorite, I guess, subject matter from this was talking about kind of the dividing classes that they had, the millennials versus the boomers, that whole argument. We watched a video on, the breakdown from, the DK channel, and they helped explain that whole thing. And that was wild. And we had a lot to say about that. And that was a fun topic of conversation. But this all seems to be kind of stepping out of youth and just like running straight forward into young adulthood, and not necessarily knowing where you're going, but just going for it regardless. They talk a lot about loss on this album. They talk a lot about, like with Autumn Leaves and everything, they talk about, that everything fades, and you don't truly own anything. Everything is going to dissolve and become, nothing in the ether eventually. And I feel like you can take some solace in that. You can take some comfort in that setting, in that saying. as dark and as morbid as that might sound, that should alleviate some stress from you. Take the world off of your shoulders, just embrace this moment in life. And I really feel like that's what the guys are trying to say here. That's what the most beautiful moment in life is about. Embrace the good, embrace the bad. These are the most beautiful moments in life. Every single moment of life. That's what I take away from it, and that's what I get from it. And this has some heavy, deep thinking lyrics. It's got some beautiful song structure, some fantastic melodies, some great introductions to just like how they introduce melody in the beats and everything. How RM is able to almost like a ninja sneak into the beat and create these polyrhythmic textures. It's pretty wild if you really take the time to deeply think about what is going on. These guys do. It's 100%. There's no denying the fact that they do. That's how they approach art. That's how they approach music, and probably how they approach everything else in life. I don't know. I'm starting to learn. Some of you guys might think, hey, these are just a bunch of cute, goofy guys just dancing around doing whatever. But if you take the time to really dive deep and learn about what they're doing, what they're trying to say, what they're trying to share with the world, it's honestly some incredibly beautiful, moving messages. So, I mean, if you like my stuff, you like any of my other reactions and stuff, trust me, you are doing yourself a disservice if you have not checked this band out. And trust me, I was just like you guys. I was just like you a couple months ago. And now here I am, deep in the rabbit hole of BTS, trying to understand and learn about all of these subtle nuances. Again, I apologize that the stream went down and I had to do this last part on my own, but at least it's giving me some time to kind of collect my thoughts and really absorb everything that I heard and thought and felt, because this was a true roller coaster of emotions, not just from the funny moments we had on stream and talking and joking around and everything, but truly just kind of how they put you in the moments, of these songs, how they can really paint a picture lyrically and even melodically, how these dance moves, the choreography can really tell a story. There's a lot to unpack, and there's a lot to digest. And I'm sure I missed 90% of it, honestly. So I'm going to have to go back and just keep listening to it and trying to dig a little bit deeper and pull out different meanings from it, because there's probably a lot that I missed. Anyway, so that's my final thoughts on this album. It's absolutely beautiful. I love it. I was not expecting to like it just as much, if not a little bit more than the last album, because the last one was kind of fairly special to me. Like, it seemed to resonate with me a little bit more than their earlier works. Just being an older guy myself, like, it was hard for me to resonate with like the school era. I could see some of the fun aspects of it. I could see how it was, kind of cool and it was kind of catchy. But it wasn't until we got to like No, when they started talking about some serious social issues and learning about all that stuff, that I really started to, really pay deep attention to what BTS is actually saying. Anyway, that's enough jibber jabber for me. I just wanted to make sure I give my final thoughts, so they are out there in the internet somewhere. So on this next one here, this is a live one. Now, I didn't tell anybody I was doing this, and I didn't know what to do, but this one just popped up when I just typed in live. It's live House of Cards, the Legendaro PT Bar performance. I skimmed ahead. It looks like it's got some pretty good audio and it has some pretty good visuals, so we're going to do this one. Since this is a very clean song, there's almost no vocal effects and anything on it, it'd be kind of fun to see how they can actually pull this off live. So let's see how it sounds. And I apologize if the audio is bad. No, it seems clean. Beautiful setting. Okay, so obviously the subtitles are like in Spanish or something. I don't know. I just picked a random video. I know the lyrics. We just watched it. Let's just listen to the melodies and watch the performance. It's so smooth with the live band behind them too. Almost like a scat.
지금 내게 눈앞에 너를 뺀 모든 게 지독히 캄캄한 어둠이지 버릇처럼 말해 우린 결국엔 안돼 그래도 난 계속 바래 마지막도 너와 함께라면 I'm okay 알고 있어도 멈출 수가 없었어 No way, no way, no way 쓰러져 시간이 지나갈수록 더 망가져 가기만 해 무너지는 것만 같은 나들이 그 속에서 우리 거치고 있대로 곧 쓰러진대로 같은 나들이 바보같이 우리 같은 꿈이라도 이대로 조금 시간이 slow down 조금만 더 머물러줘 좀 무너지는 곁을 봤겠지 그 속에서 우리 겹치고 있대도 쓰러질 때도 곁을
Oh, the accents are there.
헛된 꿈이래도 이대로 저기로 say
What a venue too, man. Dude, look at that. That almost sounded, that might have sounded better than the studio recording. Oh, what a beautiful end to the entire album. What a beautiful end. This is, it's I think that's a perfect ending song. Some of my favorites are the intros and outros. And I think that really kind of ties everything up together. It really, really does. I mean, it still leaves you with that feeling of loss and knowing that you're losing something, and desperately trying to grab it, save what you have, whether it be relationship or anything. But it's just so smooth, melodic, jazzy. I mean, there's zero effect on the vocals whatsoever. I mean, it's such a clean, powerful performance that sounds just as good there as it does in the studio recording in a professional sound booth. And like, these guys can project, and yeah, that was a beautiful performance. Did you see the size of the crowd too? I mean, the venues are getting larger. Loved it. That is my final thoughts on the most beautiful moments in life, part 2. Through and through, it's got some bangers. It's got some deep meanings behind it. Beautiful song structure, incredible melodies, and obviously the vocal harmonies and rapping parts. Even I'm starting to get into. Suga showed some interesting moments in that album. It was wild. I absolutely loved it. I'm so sorry that the stream had to end before we got to this last song, and that's why I'm doing it right now. But I truly enjoyed that album. I don't even know what album's next. I have no idea if it's going to be able to top this, but this combination of part 1 and part 2, like I think it's pretty dang good. I don't know how you really can start to top that. I mean, we're seeing we're seeing a lot of new elements being added into this series or this era of BTS. I mean, I don't know where do you go from here? How do you get much better than that? Like, I don't know. I guess we'll find out. So I really enjoyed that one. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to check out my full reaction to this entire album, like I said, right now it's available on Twitch, and it's also going to be uploaded to Patreon very, very soon as well, along with a bunch of other reactions that I do have. Please check out the Discord community we have down there as well if you want to get an idea of when these streams are happening, and or if you want to be a part of any of these performances we're going to cover. In fact, this Friday I've got a stream coming out on Twitch. It's going to be my first ever BTS concert. Yeah, I think it's called the Red Bullet concert. I might be wrong on that. But this Friday, yeah, I'm going to be reacting to that entire live performance, and we're going to be breaking stuff down, and we're just be having a grand old time. And I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video and you enjoyed today's streams. And again, I do apologize for the technical difficulties, but these sort of things happen. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. And I guess I'll see you all in the next video. Thanks for hanging out, and thanks for watching, everybody. Bye now.